she's grooving, making jokes till the music stops now. I feel like I've been in a fight. My arms are covered, I'm black and blue, and I had a strange experience with the phlebotomist just to start the show. They can't get blood out of me, and finally she looks in my eyes and says, "Did you feel it pop?" Like a real junkie, okay? To me, okay? And I did feel it pop, and I was thinking, well, now that it's open. So she couldn't get any blood out of there. And you know there's trouble when they send in the 72-pound Filipino girl. She could kill you. Patty can attest to that.
I can.
Yes, he can. And she got the blood. And today they put me on the shock machine, and I'm black and blue. And the guy made some kind of black and blue joke, and I was like, "Nigga, you black too, okay? You Persian, but you black, okay? Blacker than me." And I bruised. I can't believe it's like I can't show my arms now. It's crazy. It's just my excuse for skin popping. Someone's gonna have that. Okay, so what's going on now is that we are in a happy place. A happy place. Yes, stand-up comedy. And you were walking in on the business conversation, but like you really have to keep pushing out your self-tapes. Whatever it takes, whenever you get a chance to get on a show, whenever you get a chance to get a sound bite, it's that difficult. The competition is fierce, and the competition is in their pockets, and that's what they do it with. And that's how these phones have taken people to a whole other level. But there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're seen, but you got to keep up with it. And it's exactly, and it's just like, forget about it. So I'm saying we have to just organize something here where, you know, Jason takes care of it. You guys watching, you know what it's like. You want to hear what my self-tape sounds like? At the end of every self-tape, you hear, "I'm a lawyer, I shouldn't be doing this." So the casting director made a note, contacted my agent, and said, she doesn't need work, she's married to a lawyer. Because my husband has to say that at the end of every sentence. When I ask him to do something for me, he has to, he cannot help himself. It's ill. You got the sign sheet, here it is. And why am I starting with him being ill? It's terrible. I have to see him soon. Oh my God, I'm going away, guys.
Oh.
Yes, going away to Liverpool, where I'm such a, what do I do? What do they say I was? Some kind of a rebel, because I was wearing Rolling Stones jacket. There's a lot of things you guys want done. You call me, you ask me, thank you, Samantha, and you say, how do I get this done? If you want any of your production done, please come see our team. Talk to Sam, talk to Jason. Give it for Jason Ham, your producer tonight, and every night, and your comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman.
Yeah.
Because it's getting to be that time, guys. You got them submitting already for Montreal. So, like, start getting your stuff together. Women of a certain age, why are you not submitting yourself for it?
Good question.
Exactly. Because nobody ever told you to do it, and no one's gonna ever. You guys gotta know there's so much in this business for everybody that everybody has to stop. Celoso, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like crazy. Suddenly, so just cut from all the Latina shows, you know what I mean? Because I was appropriating and all these things that try to stop you. So you can't let that stop you. So you have to do it on your own. You have to, because they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll tell you how I got in Jerry Lewis. Everybody thinks it's a big story. Huh, I'll tell you what I did. I asked my agent to submit me, and he said, you'll never get it. So that's when FedEx was big, so I sent it myself. And he, yes I did, and they chose me to come in, and Barry Katz, if you're watching, I remember you telling me, don't worry, you're gonna bomb. Everybody bombs on the telethon. Even Jeff Ross has bombed on the telethon. And I killed!
Yeah!
I killed. I had seen a female comedian on there once that I wasn't. Can you do me a favor while you're up, please? Just hold this for a second, do a test. That's what I'm trying to see.
Test.
Without me doing this. There you go, little.
Testing.
Oh, what a nice voice.
She's so good. It's like a pro.
There you go. Nice.
I took a class.
She took a class.
Yeah.
Nice job. We're not crackling. You see how I stalled that so nicely? Now a bit of an echo. Maybe you should do it for me. Because maybe your hearing is better. You didn't stand on speakers and dance like a damn fool. Did anybody else do that? Ramirez. Don't put it all on me. Oh my God. There's a guy that comes here that threw me out of the China Club. The one with the big bushy eyebrows? Threw me out. Threw me out. And another guy that comes here, thank you, Jason. Jason, that's so much better. Thank you. We can start our show. I just didn't feel good with the sound. My name is Sundar Kronquist, and I'm your host tonight. This is LA School of Comedy Open Mic Night. It's Manic Monday because usually Saturday's just insane and Sundays for the mundane. But when you're manic, this is where your Monday should be. We have Manic Monday, Wacky Wednesdays, and Funky Friday, where you have a chance, an opportunity to sing a song, do a poem, you know, make love to this microphone, because this microphone is going to take you all places. Woo! Especially at the end of your acts, when you all tell people where to find you, okay? So they don't call here asking me about, how about this one? The Irish guy. Which one? Well, that's when Shannon was here. Shannon, hello to you, we miss you. I hope you're okay. And this is a really safe space. So just know that, we like to keep it that way. So if you want to be political, that's fine, but I do not need people wearing bandanas knocking down my walls, because I'm going to put on my bandana and I'm going to knock back, all right? Because I'm from Jersey, all right? And that's it. You want to march? I'll show you how we march down the Jersey Shore. We march in sand and pumps. We don't leave without pumps. And so I'm going to start the evening off with some fun tonight, because it's been a long time. And oh my goodness, you're hiding from me. I need your phone number. Where is he?
Over here. I'm going to be in England August 20th for 3 weeks. And I'm going to Belgium too. I'm going to do a comedy show in Belgium.
Oh, that's great. Then tell us and we'll put it up.
Yeah, okay.
On the,
all right.
You know, yes, please do. He's the closest thing. He knows where I'm going. He knows where I'm going.
Where you going?
I'm going to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So I want to have some fantastic comedy up here. And you're going to have to be a kneeler. Your tummy's going to laugh so hard when you hear the comedy of Mr. Chris Wheeler. Let him hear you. Come on, Christopher. Oh, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
How's everyone doing tonight? Come on, make some noise for God's sake. Before we start, I've had a rough week. I did buy this top at Dick's Sporting Goods. Anyone familiar with Dick's Sporting Goods?
Sure.
You like it?
Yeah.
Anyone like Dick's? The sporting goods store, that is? Yeah, I am heading to England on the 21st. I'm going to do 3 weeks, 2 weeks in England and 1 week in Belgium. I lived in Belgium for 10 years. So I'm going to do a show in French in Belgium. So I'll let you know when it's happening.
Merci.
It's nice to be back. I think I haven't come back for a couple of weeks. First of all, put it together for Patty.
Oh.
Yeah.
This guy's had me on his show twice. And I have to be honest with you and everyone here. The first time was kind of okay. I think the second time was a lot better, right?
Yeah.
Second better show. I had a really good time over there. It's a good experience just to get out to different places in LA and try different things. So what we're going to do today, because our host here mentioned England, we're going to promote British culture. Can we do that? God's sakes.
Oh.
We're known for 4 things. Bad food, bad teeth, my teeth are good because I'm half American, great music, Adele, Coldplay, the Beatles, and we do have one thing that no one else has. We have the international man of mystery, Austin Powers. Put it together, Austin Powers. If you like the food, you cheer. If you don't like the food, you scream bloody awful. Okay, can I hear a bloody awful from the crowd? That's pretty good. Here we go. We're going to start with English breakfast consisting of bacon, eggs, and fried toast.
Brilliant.
Ah, we got some people interested. Over at the mix, everyone hated that. Shepherd's pie with Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
Aha! Woo! This one is not my favorite. It is listed on Google. You can look it up. Spotted dick covered in a thick white substance called vanilla ice cream, prepared by 2 gentlemen called Ben and Jerry's. We haven't got any spotted dicks tonight. Bangers and mash.
Yeah.
And this one I wish was on there. Banger and take her to the International House of Pancakes. I've had kind of a disastrous couple of weeks. I was removed from my condominium building. We had a leak.
Oh.
And the condominium association said, we're going to put you up in a 4-star hotel. So I went over to the 4-star hotel. The first thing, I don't like hotels. Anyone like hotels here?
I love it.
You love them?
Yeah.
She loves them. I don't like them. And the reason I don't like them is because if I have a room and the hotel's been there for 10 years, That's 300 people that have been in that room for that year. Multiplied by 10, that's 3,000 people. If I put 3,000 people in your house, would you live there? That's what I thought. So the only thing that's annoying about that place is if you're coming back from a comedy show and you've got to sleep, you hear this in the morning. Do we have any wood? Housekeeping! 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 And they bang on the door, and they keep banging on the door. And then when you open the door, the lady goes, Señor, do you want servicio? Ahora o más tarde? Servicio full service. I go, not full service. Come back a little bit later, you can do my bed. So you're woken up, yeah, very funny. We're woken up all the time by these people. Let's see what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of a couple of new things. I was told as a little boy in Liverpool, 3 things about women. Women don't pass gas, women don't masturbate, and women don't like sex. And as I grew older and hung out with Patty, I found out all those things to be untrue. But I had a girlfriend. I moved out here into California. I moved in with a girl called Michelle, and she never had passed gas. Ever. I never heard it. So I was concerned. I went to my primary care doctor. I said, what goes on? Are women having gas just like we do? And he says, yes, every woman, every human passes gas about 43 times a day. So I had to get to the bottom of it. Now, it's very clever. If you've got a relationship with someone, I'm actually going to help you tonight. I'm going to be a therapist. Think of me as Professor Therapist Chris. And if you've got a problem with gas, it's very simple. It's the timing that's all important, okay? Let's hear a loud sign of applause right now. Everyone applaud. You can let gas out right at that moment. No one would have heard it. A plane flies by, you can let it out. The best thing is the vacuum cleaner. She was on the vacuum cleaner all day. Lets the gas out, no one hears a damn thing. Put some loud music on. That will also do it. I could save a relationship tonight. In fact, I probably saved a few. Yeah, I was in a strange situation. I was in England in a monastery with 1,100 boys in the southwest of England near Bristol. We have 1,100 boys and 3 girls. 2 are lesbian, 1 was lesbian bisexual. I was asked, whenever I tell him the story about being in a monastic school, and he probably understands about it, it's a boarding school, people say, did the priest ever take advantage of you? And my response is, no, unfortunately I wasn't their type. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so I did shop at Dick's Sporting Goods, and whenever I go to Dick's Sporting Goods, you know, the thought that comes into my mind is, what lesbian in their right mind would ever shop at Dick's? So I went hunting for lesbians all over the Dick's Sporting Goods. I couldn't find any. And the guy comes up to me and he says, are you Chris Wheeler? I said, yeah. You know me? Yeah, you're the guy at LA Comedy School doing comedy, the would-be comic. I'm the general manager here. We need to bring lesbians. Is there anything that we can do? And I said, it's very simple. I've got the solution for you. I'm only just a comic, but I got a solution for you. Dick's Sporting Goods, just put one word in front of it. Plastic Dick's Sporting Goods. All the lesbians will come. There'll be lesbians around the clock and the cock. Everywhere there'll be lesbians. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm going to do another, did you guys like the menu?
Yeah!
Alright, so I'm going to do an American menu because I'm half English, half American. I've been working on my American accent round the clock also. Yeah. Here we go. It's American menu, and the same thing applies. If you like it, you cheer. If you don't like it, just say, because you can't say bloody orphan in it, just say, it sucks, okay? Is that right? Okay, here we go. In-N-Out, animal style burger, fries, and Coke.
It sucks.
I'm going to come over here. Dodger hot dog, 9-inch wiener, relish, and mustard.
It sucks.
Wow, you guys like American food. Big Mac with cheese, hold the mayonnaise, wash your hands with antibacterial soap. Roast beef sandwich with dildo pickles and fruit salad. I didn't want to have dildo, but I did dildo by mistake, and everyone loved it, so I just kept the dildo in there. I didn't remove the dildo. Yeah, and so I'm going to be flying into Gatwick Airport on this trip. I don't know, where do you fly into? Do you fly into Heathrow?
Yep, and then to Manchester, and then to Liverpool.
Wow, that's a long flight. Are you taking American Airlines, if I may ask?
I think it's British Airways.
British Airways. I'm taking American Airlines. I'm flying into, I believe, Gatwick. And if you want to go Gatwick, the last time I flew into Gatwick was about 10 years ago. I flew into Gatwick. When we arrived, the plane landed, the flight attendant, or the flight, whatever you call it, the man comes on and he says, welcome to Heathrow Airport. American Airlines Flight 401. You've arrived. This is one of the heart of civilization, Buckingham Palace, changing of the guards, the Queen. You're here, again, welcome to England. And now we're going to put you through to ground control. So ground control comes on. Hello, you arrived. You're at airport. You reached England. Your plane didn't crash. Well done. Now let me tell you right now, we got a baggage control strike. If you want to get your bags, get your own bloody bags. We're not picking up for you. Thank God you're here, you mate. You didn't crash the plane. This is American Airlines. We'd like to please acknowledge a response and say we're very sorry for what we heard on there. No, you're not. This is our country. Welcome again to Gatwick Airport. I'm Chris Wheeler. Thanks for listening to my ramblings. Put it together for your host.
Where do we find you? Where do we find you?
You can find me on Chris Wheeler Voice. That's my Instagram. You also can find me at the LA Comedy School when I'm here.
There you go. I'm going to call you for real because my daughter just booked a show in Chester.
Oh, that's really nice.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
She's got a job. Yeah, right. You know how far it is from her house?
I don't know what bangers and mash is.
Oh, it's delicious. You can make it
I don't know
kosher
if you
too.
want to say it when you say your list or not.
Oh, yeah.
Bangers. You know though, I know what part that you were talking about. You have to exact with the white cream, but I mean like you got to go further with that. You got to go. There's so many more besides the spotted dick. Instead of the cream, there's another cream. I don't know how we're going to do it, but you have to be able to lie over your tongue the way you're speaking like that. Because you really sound like you're a chef. Like, I'm listening. We cook, right? You're listening. We're listening. So that's very interesting.
I will go for the next time than spotted dick.
Yeah.
I'm taking further.
Take it.
Okay.
No, because the spotted dick is real.
I know.
When they hit 57. Kidding. Over the spotted dick over there. That gateway thing. Oh my God. The gentleman I was with when I was in England, it wasn't my husband. Oh wait, before my husband I should say. Now, why am I oversharing like I'm in middle school? He said to me, if you ever come out of the room with your hair like that again, and he goes, we're not going anywhere. I couldn't control it. There's no control of that, what is it? That fog. What is it? It just makes your hair. You could tell every Jew in hiding came out. Every Persian was like me too, all over. Oh my God, those were the days. And here are the days with the one and only Mr. Ramirez coming to the stage. Senor Ramirez.
Thank you very much. What was my theme music? John Cage's 433. It's a very specific joke that nobody else understands. It's a silent piece of music. Yeah, that's all it is. Anyway, so my name's Billy Ramirez, and I am a middle-aged man, and I like to tell myself that. Just try to get used to it, because you know, I'm not a young man anymore. I'm just getting old, and it's interesting, and it manifests in a number of ways. Like I was at a concert recently, and I started getting tired, and it was at a metal show, and I started getting tired, which is rare. So I ended up buying a Liquid Death, and I had my first ever Liquid Death because I thought it was an energy drink, and that was a very eye-opening experience in many ways because. I understand that they've expanded their product line, but the one I got, Liquid Death, is just water. And number one, I'm in marketing, and I got mad about the fact that I didn't come up with the idea to dress up water like a UFC heavyweight champion headed to the ring to get dudes to drink water. Like, I'm upset that I didn't come up with that idea. You know, it's like, it's brilliant. Like, it's crystal clear water and a crystal clear container. Like, they're not gonna drink it, but you dress it up in an Affliction t-shirt, you can charge $8. $8 a can. And I wish those $8 were coming into my pocket. Now, one of the other reasons that it felt weird is because it felt like the first time I listened to the band Kiss. Okay. Now, I was born in the 80s, I grew up in the 90s, and to be honest with you, I found the band Kiss to be kind of scary. They looked scary. I figured their music was really, really scary, and I figured they played music what I eventually found out Slayer plays, you know, something like that. But no, I eventually found out what they play, and it's all basically like, I want to rock you Saturday night, do, you know, it's a Saturday night rock in Detroit Rock City, and that's fine, but even they had the wherewithal that, you know, maybe they should dress up like the greatest pro wrestling faction to be able to sell some product, you know. And that's a brilliant idea. So they became, you know, one of the best bands and brands and all that. But like overall, what really is interesting to me about Liquid Death is because I'll see dudes at a metal show, drinking liquid death, and then I'll wonder how many of these dudes drinking liquid death post memes, on social media about how when I was growing up, I used to drink water right out of the hose, and it was hot for the first 10 minutes, and I burned my lip on the metal tip, blah, 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 and all that, and I don't know, I always wonder that, but I always think, like, guys, the tagline for liquid death is murder your thirst. Like, well, guys, like, your thirst is murdering you, so why don't you go drink some free hose water and give me the $8 instead, Anyway, so I'll try to come up with the next thing. I don't know, what's the... like, can I can oxygen and sell it and put a devil font on it? I don't know. I'm just upset that I missed that on that. But let's see what else. This might be a food-related set. Yeah, what's the next joke? No, this one's not about food. It could be, actually. Yeah. I'll insert a food item in this joke. So, anyway, it's like, I've been here now for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, been coming regularly. I think you can tell now I'm a bit of a silly goose. And certainly I'm a silly goose at home. And I live alone, so one of the things I like to do as a silly goose is just talk to myself in voices. And in LA, as a comedian, I got to stand out, so I might have to come up with an impression or do some voice acting. I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out what my next impression is going to be, because I used to do a Bill Cosby, and for obvious reasons, I don't do the Bill Cosby anymore. No, just kidding. I practiced it this morning. You say you put the pill in the Jello, and anyways. But I was just trying to, so I'm just running through voices at home, and I accidentally stumbled upon a Randy Newman. I think my work. I think I was trying to do Barney, and it came into Randy Newman. So I started singing the "You Got a Friend in Me" song over and over again. You got a friend in me. That sounds like Barney. I'm working on it. But I started singing, like, just making up words, like, gonna go to the kitchen and make a sandwich. There's a food item. Anyways, but I started singing the song over and over again. You Got a Friend in Me. That I sang it so often that I started to wonder, maybe it has like a dirty meaning to it. Think about it. Like, you got a friend in me. Like, Dale! I think it's actually about an awkward threesome. That's a setup. I'll go back and edit that. Edit and post. So I think it's actually about an awkward threesome. So just think about it. You got a friend in me. Like, Dale! Could you ask your good buddy to get out of my keister, please? Okay? What I'm trying to tell you is you got a friend in me. Okay? That's dumb. I like it. Sometimes you gotta tell the dumb joke. All right, back to food. This weekend I was chatting with my brother, and he reminded me of a food poisoning incident my family had in the 90s. We were growing up, and it was like 92, 93, and we got violently sick off of Neapolitan ice cream from Grocery Outlet. And eventually, when we recovered enough, I went with my dad back to Grocery Outlet. The one on Monterey Road in San Jose, if you want to paint a full picture. And he returned the remaining ice cream, and I don't remember, I remember him talking to the manager. I don't remember anything else. I don't remember if the manager offered us any compensation or anything. But I do remember the manager taking the remaining ice cream from my dad's hand and saying, something like, "Thank you, I'm going to send this to the lab."
Oh my God.
And I realize now that it's been about 30 years now, and I haven't heard back from Grocery Outlet. And also, I'm pretty goddamn sure they don't have a lab. So I don't know what happened there. Yeah. Let's see. What other food item? Oh yeah, ice cream. Yeah, okay. Interesting transition. Have you seen videos of these Turkish ice cream vendors? I'm not saying they cause food poisoning. I gotta think of that transition. How to get from food poisoning to Turkish ice cream vendors. All right, just pretend it's a separate joke. I didn't just talk about diarrhea. Have you seen videos of these Turkish ice cream vendors? I don't know. All right, so if you know what I'm talking about, is these vendors that they serve ice cream off a stick or something, but their whole shtick is to serve ice cream as slowly as possible. Oftentimes, the customer just standing there holding an empty cone. But I see these videos on social media; they'll pop up, and I don't know how I feel about them, because on one hand, I appreciate that there's an act, there's a routine to learn, maybe there's auditions. I don't know. But on the other hand, just give them the goddamn ice cream. Like, what is this about? this is I don't know, this is a failing or fault of mine, but I wish I knew one in person so I could roast him behind his back. You know, not a close friend, but maybe like a distant acquaintance, and then maybe a mutual friend comes up and be like, oh hey, have you heard from Amir recently? Oh, have I heard from Amir? Check this out. You know he's selling ice cream by the side of the road? But it's not just that. For some reason, he's got to play with it like an asshole first, okay? His competition sells hundreds, thousands of cones a day in the hot Mediterranean sun, and he's lucky to sell 5 because he's got to do his dumbass Harlem Globetrotters ice cream routine, the idiot. Oh, and he also got a cat. His name's Pistachio. I'll tell him you said hi. Let's see what else. So, like I said, I'm a silly goose. I also, I'm not married. I don't have kids. So I have a lot of weird things occupy my mind. And one of the things that's been occupying a lot of real estate in my mind for the last 7-8 years is a Domino's pizza commercial. And it's specifically the Domino's pizza commercial for their world's fastest pizza box folder. Okay, I don't know if you've seen this commercial, but the reason I still think about this commercial is because I need to know whether or not this world's fastest pizza box folding skill was discovered or learned. I need a definitive answer, because if it was discovered, there's probably a cool story attached to it. Like, I don't know, maybe when he was growing up Midwest in the 70s, we'll go with that. Super Bowl Sunday, the town pizza box folder fell ill. He stepped in, folded all the pizza boxes, saved the pizza store, the town, the community. I don't know. My point is, if this pizza box folding skill was learned, then I get instantly depressed thinking about all those hours lost to pizza box folding practice. Because, I mean, it's great that he's the world's fastest pizza box folder. It's great that he's the world's greatest at something. But of all the things you could be the world's greatest at, one of those things has to be the worst, and I'm sure pizza box folding is going to be on that list. But in classic Billy Ramirez style, I might just be overthinking a very simple point of the commercial, which could just be that he simply wants to show off that he's good with his fingers and he knows how to work a box. Thank you. So that's my time. My name is Billy Ramirez. Find me at billyramirez.com. I think that makes it easier to remember the URL. And please welcome back to stage Sunda.
Yeah, I can't find the list. That's okay. It's okay. How are you doing? Welcome. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. She's so beautiful. When are you leaving?
September 6th.
Oh, good. You'll be here. You can help us. She doesn't smile anymore. No, she looks like you belong on a commercial, right? That's what you look like with long hair. Beautiful.
Yeah. No, I was ugly.
I get it all from him.
You get it all from him? You know what? Well, that's so sweet. Did you hear Trump's granddaughter? She was just snapping on him. He was like, okay, cutie, that's enough jokes. Okay, cutie. She said to him, what'd she say? He's always calling me, asking me about golf. And she says, what do you mean you can't talk to me? And I said, I'm in school. Did you hear her? They took that stuff off. You're not going to see that again. Believe me, I caught it. Because I was like, wow, this is one Orthodox Jew in a mermaid outfit. Because I haven't seen this in a long time. And they put a jacket over her shoulders immediately. At the end of the day, there's somebody's will and nobody wants to get sued by their mother-in-law. All right, let's just keep it light with the comedy of Sherry Bright. Come on, let's do this.
Hey. People bring up their phone. Wonder when you're old, you know, you need bigger font. No, I couldn't get my printer to work.
No
So, fuck that. But that's okay. This is a safe space.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm so happy to be at LA School of Comedy, as always.
Thank you.
Yeah. The thing that I want you to know, those of you, because it's just you who don't know me, is that I'm a mom who raised 4 kids. And my youngest child just moved out.
Wow.
All of them live on the East Coast now, and to be truthful, I miss them so much, less than I thought I would. But don't get me wrong, because I was a great fucking mom, you know, for a time. The truth is that, like at my children's school, I'll put it this way. I got the trophy for best mom, if there was such a thing, and all the other moms get the participation ribbons. I was that good. Like, I was so supportive of my kids. When my kids got into soccer, I was the team coach. When my daughters got into Girl Scouts, I was the troop leader. when my son got into drugs, I was his best customer. You know, we had family weekly movie night watching Breaking Bad. So supportive. I might have been too supportive, I guess you could say. Like when I'm teaching my kids to drive, I remember with my daughter, I was like, oh my God. Well, she was pretty old anyway. You try to do everything for your kids, and sometimes they still find fault with your parenting. My daughter's application college essay said, like I had the quote here, my mom did too, I've discovered this at a Starbucks, my mom did too much for me, and now I can't wait to go to college and not depend on anyone and break free from my family. Oh, something, huh? That's the best essay I ever wrote for her. So you can imagine when my kids started to lose their little baby teeth, I was determined to be the best tooth fairy ever. Like with my first kid, I not only left money, but I wrote a note. Like, that nasty apple took that tooth right away. Love, Tooth Fairy. Then with my second kid, I upgraded the note to a personalized poem from the Tooth Fairy. Seriously. With my third kid, I outdid myself. Little glittery fairy footprints like near the pillowcase. But with my fourth kid, I decided it would be easier just to have one elaborate Tooth Fairy funeral. At the ceremony, I was like, Clarabelle died doing what she loved. And we will remember her always, much like the memory foam pillow that crushed her tiny wings. The thing about having multiple kids is you become more efficient. Like when I had the birds and bees talk with my oldest, I took her out to lunch, and I was like, have you ever thought about where babies come from? But with my youngest, I dropped him off at summer camp. You know, I tossed a box of condoms and was like, ask your brother. So maybe I wasn't the GOAT. Maybe I was a shitty mom. No, I was not. I was a great mom, and I was a great Jewish mom.
Oh, the best.
Both sides, full Jewish mom. If you're a Jewish mom, I'm pushing through. If you're a Jewish mom, when your kids apply to college, it's hard to persuade them to prioritize schools with strong Jewish communities. Oh, push it in yourself?
Yes.
Maybe I'm just doing that's like a vocal trick I have. It's my like.
I would never yell at you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, so much better. So I told my daughter, listen, you're going to college. You might end up with an HPV. But wouldn't it be nice to get it from a boy named Azra? How does this joke start, man? I just have my notes here, my headlines. When I try to influence my kids' dating lives, for example, I have to rely on reverse psychology, because they just do the opposite of what you want, right? So I use, the reverse psychology, like I just said. I remember saying...
Talk to all the male comedians.
Say that again?
Talk to all the male comedians about my mic.
Yeah. Maybe if I just like fondle it more, it would be like, would it stay in there?
Give it ice cream.
It's like slow ice cream. It's like that guy Amir. So, who knows what the hell is happening with that joke? We'll move on. I would tell my, so reverse psychology. I told my my daughter, stay away from that Goldstein boy. He's pre-med. The last thing I need is a son-in-law who can write me prescriptions. Please, 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 please. I might just put this away.
No, use it.
Oh, just use it. Okay.
You just gotta make it.
I know you're looking at me and thinking, "Oh, what a cheery person, cheery Sherry." But what you don't know is that an hour before I came here, I had a hot flash. So at any moment, I could have another one and turn on you.
Oh my God.
So there's that. And this is happening with all my friends lately. You know, we used to meet at Starbucks. Now we meet in the supermarket frozen food department.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
that's where I see all my older friends. Like, oh, hey, Edith. Oh. Oh, you got asparagus?
Ah.
Oh. picture this. I'm not doing this justice. It's like there's 3 middle-aged women looking like we belong on like Pornhub with our frozen vegetables, right? Anyway, that's how I got banned from Ralph's. It's not all bad. Oh my God. Hot flashes, there's things you can do to manage
What's the
them.
cord?
It's the cord. Now we know, yeah!
Now, should I stick it down?
Yeah, no, use it.
All right, use it. Use it or lose it.
That's it.
There's things you can do to manage your hot flashes. I cut out caffeine, and to avoid my biggest trigger, I left my husband. Well, actually, that isn't, entirely true. He left me. But I took him back because I wanted to take back control and be the one to end it. And so I did 11 years later. I packed up my minivan and backed out my driveway. I can't believe it took me a year, 11 years. But we lived on a pretty busy street. I tried so hard to save my marriage. I really put effort in. I feel like I should get one of those t-shirts that says, I tried to save my marriage and all I got were these 4 stupid kids. One of the hardest things about being in an unhappy marriage was when I had to buy my husband an anniversary card. Because none of those lovey-dovey cards ever said anything that felt true about our relationship. But I finally found one. Dear Jim, thanks for all your hard work, but we're going to have to let you go. Now that I'm getting divorced, it is hard to avoid. I'm like, the laughter throws me off completely. It's hard not to badmouth their dad. It's the point I was trying to make there, Sunda. And my son will be like, Dad's got a birthday coming up. I'm like, oh, do you know he never gave me an orgasm? It is amazing and exciting to be starting this new chapter of my life, being divorced, but it's also scary having to figure everything out. I rented an apartment, I went out to buy a bed, and the salesman's like, it's a waste of your money, California King. I could sell you a crib, and you would be fine. It's like, how do you know I'm a newly free woman? This could be the threesome phase of my life.
Right.
I might want a starfish with the 2 dogs I adopted from the pound. What? What were you thinking? I know I'm short. I'm definitely shorter than the last time I was single. I was worried men might think I'm just too small, but guys like that I'm lightweight. It makes me easy to sweep off my feet, easy to carry upstairs, easy to hide in the trunk. I make men who look like Woody Allen feel like John Cena. It's like I purposely got quiet on that pun. So when I first got divorced, I joined Bumble, the site where women get to choose. But if you're trying to find a Jewish guy on Bumble, you have to be like a detective. You read through their profile. Close with his mother? Could be Jewish. Hates camping? Probably Jewish. Orders Chinese food on Christmas? Jewish. Or Chinese. But so I finally joined JDate, the biggest Jewish dating app in the world. But first I redid my profile picture so you could see my mezuzah and some Metamucil. The biggest difference between Bumble and JDate? On Bumble they allow you 300 words, JDate 3,000. How Jewish is that? Right? It's like switching from Twitter to the Torah. And let me tell you, those Jews use every one of those words.
Yes, they did.
Like on Bumble, men say, I like long walks on the beach. On JDate, men say, my relationship with sand is complex. Rough surfaces irritate my skin, but my dermatologist prescribed a nice, non-steroidal, anti-inflammatory cream, so I can walk on the beach for up to 24 minutes. How much time do I have?
Like 15 seconds.
Ooh. I started to wonder if the guys on JDate are even Jewish, because JDate's not verifying it. Like, quick, pull down your pants. Thank you. Oh my God, thanks for bearing with me. And you know what? Call back here. I worked at the Jerry Lewis telethon. I was a talent assistant. Jerry Lewis is a dick.
Oh my God. Did you work with, what's her name? She had a baby on the set?
No, Eddie Foy.
Eddie Foy.
Eddie Foy.
I did his roast.
Oh. He was
But
great.
let's change it. Let's change it. We're having a little recess here. Lasagna came in. Give him a round of applause. Would you help her? All right, he's got it. He's got it.
I'll play that.
There you go. Let him do it until he learns.
Oh, wait, you
Thank you, Samantha. You want one? One cup. When it says Libby's on the table.
Lewis.
Okay.
I walked in.
Check 1, 2.
To Eddie Boy, fantastic.
There you go, Eddie Boy. I know you from somewhere. You sure?
Like,
Listen.
book somebody, he would like, and he wouldn't be listening to me. He'd hang up the phone and like,
Jerry Lewis?
his staff. Like, he would just,
Was insane.
yeah. He was insane.
He loved me.
A little like bomb waiting to go off.
All right, so you guys are wondering what's going on. Is that we have to do a fundraiser real soon because Mr. Poor Baba said this time I have to go. And what he doesn't realize is I'm just trying to get my chords together. All right, everything's good. It's good. We have to change it. Do we have to change it?
we're good.
We're good, right? Just remember, gentlemen, don't bend over like that in jail. It's very important.
LA.
He told me, he said, get out of the fucking mirror and do your hair. And he said, get out of the fucking mirror, stop doing your hair and know your jokes. To me, I got so anxious. And you know he throws his socks away? Did you know that?
Throws his socks away?
Jerry Lewis never wore the same pair of socks
I don't
twice.
remember.
Throw them away. Stabile was his manager with the wife, remember?
I don't.
No?
Nope.
I was there and Three Dog Night was there. Give it up for Samantha who made the sound thing happen. Because I don't know. You do got to give it up. Without sound, where are you? Everybody laughs at that. They say the room is so small. But these are the people watching that will call me from New Jersey, all right? Straight out of Jersey and say, you look stupid. What are you wearing? Why are you wearing house slippers? I thought you were going to work. I thought this was a show. Would you go on a show like that? These are all the questions I have to answer. Did you ever think about finishing law school? No. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I have to just give a shout out to Thumbs Up, and I totally forgot about that. Thumbs Up is THUMZUP. Not the one I was posting the entire weekend. That was a whole different one. No wonder it didn't show. But if you listen to what Sam tells you when she gets up here, she'll tell you how you do it, because your dad walked away with $50 just like that. I was like, how do you do that? He was so good. Where is he? Is that him? Oh, he's here.
Like
Let's give it up. Let's give it up once in a while for the one and only Aaron McIntyre. Come on, Aaron. Yeah, come on up. There he goes. Like a good reporter. Record him.
Because they're my new glasses. How you like them, huh?
Nice.
Huh? Nice?
Nice.
look?
Fine. Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty snazzy. My name is Aaron McIntyre, A-E-R-O-N. It's not A-A-R-O-N, and it's definitely not A-A-Ron. But I am thinking about changing it now. I think I am going to make it A-E-Ron. And then and then I'm going to separate the A from the E, and then I'll make the E a capital E, so it'd be A-E-Ron. I think that worked. I'm very proud this evening. I'm very proud of my daughter.
Yeah.
Sitting right here. Yeah. She's right here. And I got quite a few stories about her, so I'm going to share them right now with the world. So she'll turn a bright. She'll match her shirt. Yeah, nice. That'll be great. Yeah, she was a kid. Okay, she was a kid. One of the things that happened when she was really young that I'm so proud of her for, because she really knew how to take care of herself. You know, like one time we were at the playground. Okay, so I'm there at the playground, and she's over by the monkey bars, and I turn my back for a second, and all of a sudden I hear, "Ah!" And she had hit her back, and I didn't see it, so I didn't know what happened. So she's going like this. She's like, I think she was like 3 or something like that. And so I went over, oh, it's okay, sweetie, it's okay. Oh, did you get hurt? Blah, blah. And she kept going, she's like writhing in pain. And she was so brave, you know, she was just, So I started freaking out, you know, I think, oh, I gotta call 911, but this was, you know, before cell phones were that easy to where you could do that. So, you know, it was like a fucking brick that was about that big. So I couldn't fit it in my back pocket. So then I pick her up, right? And I'm running home, and I'm running, and she's got her head up, and she's screaming and crying, and I'm like, oh my God, some kind of internal injury? Maybe she's gonna die, you know? And then all of a sudden I hear this little whimper that just didn't sound quite right. And so I pulled her away and I said, are you faking? And she went, yeah.
Oh my God.
And I knew at that moment she was gonna be okay. She knew how to take care of herself, you know? She knew what to do. She knew, you know, I figured she'd get out of every fucking parking ticket. She'd probably get out of any kind of store robbery. So we tried to get her into that a little later on in life, you know. Yeah, go on in there and just take something. But she never did that. The second time that I knew she was going to be okay is when she was in nursery school. So she's in nursery school, and then we went to this place where there's a bunch of rich people, you know, they drink martinis up on the front porch of the nursery school, you know. And they're all talking about their porch, and they're driving up in their BMWs and their, you know, Mercedes, and we're chugging up in our little Volvo station wagon. So they're all up there, the kids are up there, they're all playing in their little frilly white things, you know, being white kids. And we come up the stairs, and it was a big long thing of stairs, and right before she gets to the top, she starts into, despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. And I was like, yeah, that's my girl. And then the third one was we're driving down this long road that we had to come down from where we lived down to Berkeley, and we're driving along, and you know, I'm trying to be, I think I don't know, you could tell me, I think I was pretty good at not cussing. Her mother, on the other hand, is a fucking truck driver. Okay, she curses like a truck driver. So anyway, we're going down this long road, and all of a sudden we get behind one of these old ladies, you know, and the old lady's driving really slow, and I'm like, you know what? Usually, I'm the worst in the car. That's the only place, because I'm usually a very calm and nice person, but when I get behind the wheel and I've got, you know, fucking metal and glass in between me and other people, I am a fucking hellion. I just fucking scream at everything. Gets my tension out, you know, for the rest of the day. So anyway, I figure I'm not gonna do this. My child's in the back seat, you know, she's like 4 years old. I don't wanna be screaming at this person. So I'm being real calm, and all of a sudden from the back I hear, "Oh, come on, lady, Jesus!" And then I knew she would be able to take care of herself. Now she's a prison guard for kiddies, for kids. It's a, you know, kitty murderers and kitty rapists and, you know, all these kitties over in New Zealand. She's a guard, so she takes care of them and makes sure that they stay in line. What I really wanted to talk about, though, is, you know, spending days home with her. There's a lot of TV. You know, I'm a TV head. You know, I like TV. So we would watch Blue's Clues, and we would watch Dragon Tales, but our favorite was Teletubbies. We used to love the Teletubbies until they got canceled. Yeah, they got canceled because they were grooming children. I don't know if you knew that, but the Teletubbies were grooming children. And the thing is that they weren't grooming children, but they were saying, oh yeah, you know, they got a homosexual. One of them's a homosexual. Well, yeah, you know, one of them was a homosexual. I mean, it was Tinky Winky, for God's sakes. You know, he's a big purple guy who walks around with a purse. And I'm not saying that all gay people have to, you know, carry around a purse. I'm just saying that he had a purse, he was purple, he was tall, and his name was Tinky Winky, right? I mean, Tinky Winky rhymes with gay, you know? Am I right? He got it, yeah. Tinky Winky, yeah. So anyway, there was Tinky Winky, he was the tall one. And then there was Lala, and Lala was yellow. That tells you a lot right there. Lala was yellow, right? You know, Sam knows. Yeah, nobody fucking knows. I don't know. Anyway, Lala, but I think it was Lala, the lipstick lesbian, because she wore a skirt sometimes. Sometimes she'd wear a skirt, and you know, that just told me that. And then there was Poe, and Poe is the little short one, a little red one, and he had very male energy, you know. He was always walking around like that. And so he was the cis male, right? So we got the cis male, we've got the lipstick lesbian, and then we've got Tinky Winky, the gay Teletubby, you know. And I'm sure that they were out there, you know, in the Bible Belt just going, look at them, they're grooming children to be homosexuals and angry cis men, which is kind of what, you know, all the Republican Party became, is a bunch of angry white cis men, if I'm right? I mean, are there any Republicans in the room here? Anybody used to be a Republican and now they're a Democrat? No? Anybody who's a Republican who doesn't want to admit that they're a Republican in the room? No? Anyway, so they also had a vacuum cleaner. I don't know why that was the only appliance they had. They did have televisions in their stomachs. And they'd watch, you know, you'd watch these really cool little videos of going to the park. We're going to the park. And they would go to the park, and that was just great entertainment for small children. But they had a vacuum cleaner named Nunu. Nunu the vacuum cleaner. All right. So we had Nunu the vacuum cleaner, and that was the only non-Teletubby character, except for the son, which was really fucking creepy. It was really creepy. Like, they had a real baby's face that was painted yellow, and then they had it in a sun. And at the beginning of the show, he'd look out and he'd go, and it was kind of scary. But Nunu was their friend, you know, and I don't think, so that's why I say, I don't think that they were grooming children. What they were teaching children, you fucking idiot Republicans out there, you make me so mad. What they were doing is that they were showing that everyone can live together, because they never fought. The Teletubbies never had an argument about something. They had tutors that they would, you know, and they would blow the, you know, the little things that unfurl for birthday parties, and it would just unfurl and unfurl and unfurl, and then one of the Teletubbies would be standing like this, and the thing would come up and tickle its ass, and it'd go, that's not gay at all. So anyway, that was our experience with Teletubbies. I am so happy to have shared that with you, and especially to share it with you. All right, my name is Aaron McIntyre, AERON, MACINTYRE. Everywhere. Yeah, A-E-RON.
It's funny, you're the only one who has to spell your name besides me. Great set the other night, by the way. Look at the prodigal child who came in. You see this?
Alright.
Don't sit on my glasses. I know, just move the glass. I mean, it's a pen.
I'm trying.
I'm a mess over here. It's okay.
Everyone's got a phone on.
Yeah, so I can cover you guys, so that everybody sees how beautiful you guys are. Give yourselves a round of applause, honestly. We're going to keep this place open and going, and even if you have to take an Addy to get your energy up, you're going to support us. Some people don't have to take an Addy. All they say is Patty, and out of nowhere, there's energy.
Let's give me some Patty! Come on! Patty!
This is an energetic crowd. Look at you. Just all very hot looking, really good looking people.
Yeah,
you are actually Aaron's daughter. Just do me a favor, blink 3 times if you're being held hostage. Just checking. I'm just checking. I love this guy. Give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
And I love Sherry. Sherry's very funny. You know, she's very funny. And she was talking about hot flashes. Ooh, hot flashes. My sister is actually having an angry period. That's the period after divorce, but before menopause. Jerry Lewis. Didn't you love Jerry Lewis when you were
I did.
Everybody fucking loved him. You know?
Hey, lady!
Hey, lady!
Hey, pretty lady!
Till you meet him. And Buddy Hackett tried to warn me. Buddy Hackett said, you know, Jerry Lewis is such a prick. He took Viagra and got taller. Because he's anyway, I won't telegraph these jokes to you. A lot of Republican love going on out here today. Were any of the Teletubbies Republicans?
Probably.
I don't know.
I think they would have to have a Republican
if there's
and
that many of
and a Democrat.
If there's that many of them, there would have to be one in there.
Probably the cis male.
Well, I'm going to kind of lay something on you. We'll get to some stand-up comedy a little later, you know. But right now, I'm just going to relate to you the occurrences that happened to me recently. I was up in Bakersfield. I was featuring at the Musty Pinata up there, and I was out front vaping because I'm hip. One way to tell someone's not hip, they use the term hip. And a woman comes up and she walks up to me. She goes, I want to show you a picture of my cat. I don't know if I want to see a picture of her cat. She said, no, you want to see a picture of my cat. And she opened up her phone and she had a picture of a big fat orange tabby wearing an Italian sleeveless cardigan and a matching knit cap. It was fucking embarrassing because I was wearing that very same outfit. But I say Bakersfield because it was actually a week back where, you know, the ear piercing heard round the world. Remember that? And here's the deal. I don't hate all Trump voters. I don't hate them. And all Trump voters, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say all Trump voters are not racist. But all racists are Trump voters.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And if the racists think you're racist, you be racist. I think he is, but he doesn't know it. You know, he doesn't know, but because, like, okay, someone who carries a lighter on them is much more likely to have a heart attack. But the lighter doesn't cause the heart attack. All arsonists carry lighters, but all people that carry lighters aren't arsonists. But the arsonist can't do his thing without the lighter. Trump's a lighter.
Yeah, he's a lighter.
He's a lighter. And then people, they compare him to Hitler a lot, you know. Hitler, you know, people talk a lot of shit about Hitler. He's not here to defend himself. No, I never met him. I don't know him. I mean, I think we can all agree Hitler was not funny. By a round of applause, not funny. Gotta remember, at the time, all the comedy writers in Germany were otherwise engaged.
Oh my God.
You want to keep that in there. Just get a little ooh from you. They were talking about, like, the birds and the bees. Did he tell you about the birds and the bees? He did not.
No.
Nah, she figured it out on her own.
I'll share something with you. My mother, she told me about the birds and the bees when I was 8 years old. Little too fucking soon. I didn't really grasp it. I'm like, Mommy, where's my dog? Yeah, can I have a Pop-Tart? You know, if a man loves another woman and she used the term another woman because my father fucking cheated all the time. He was a chronic womanizer. But they had very loud sex. You know, for Catholics who are supposed to be ashamed of the act, it was like boom, boom, ah! Which could be frightening, you know. Even later on, I used to sneak girls in the basement, you know, to make sweet, sweet love to them. I'd be done in 2 minutes. My parents would still be boom, 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 ah! Mom was a screamer. Boom, boom. And all my girlfriends were like, can I meet your dad? I fucking meet him. It was just very, you know, very, women love my dad, you know. He does. He was, he's an Irish guy, you know. And Irish patriarchs are not the most emotionally available people. I don't know if you know this. Like, my dad, first of all, he's an immigrant father. Clap if you have an immigrant father. You're an immigrant son. You know, none of your troubles, none of them are anything compared to what they went through, right? The only thing that rattles my dad is when I tell him I love him. See, you know, Dad, it was last Thanksgiving. I love you. He just looked at me. Are you queer? That's what they equate that on. Queer was a catch-all, too, in Ireland, you know. I'm like, here's the deal. We seem, as a society, to value, we all want to be marginalized, is what I'm saying, so we get our own letter word. Like, I remember before the N-word was invented, people either said that word. By the way, the N-word was invented by a charming racist named Ronald Reagan in 1981. So you could mean exactly the same thing, but not suffer any stigma whatsoever. It's kind of the HE double toothpicks of racial slurs. If you think about it, people just either said it or they didn't say it. But now everybody wants a letter word. And it's fine, okay? Let's give it up for the LGBTQIA community. Give it up for them. This is a wonderful time to live in. See, here's what I don't get, and I'll just kind of fill you in. The L's and the G's, I'm old enough to remember, they don't fucking get along. They don't have a lot in common. But they've banded together, and they've truly been marginalized. So I get the B's, nobody fucking likes them. Wishy-washy. You know, pick a fucking team, for Christ's sake. And the T's soak up a lot of the sunshine. You know what I mean? They need a lot of attention. Which is fine. That's fine. Give them a round of applause. Okay, that's fine. The Q's, nobody my age knows what that means anymore. It used to mean everything. Now we don't even know what it means. Here's what confuses me, and stay with me here. The A's. The asexuals. Since when has anybody been persecuted for not fucking? Since when is that something you've been chased down the street with a torch for not? If I could have learned how not to want to fuck, I would have kept all my money. It was the most difficult part about being a single Catholic, not wanting to fuck all the time. And who knows if these asexuals, do you think they're just incels pretending they had a choice? And if we're going to assign letter words, I think there's another group of people that deserve the A. And I'm talking about albinos. They have been fucking mythologized and othered and persecuted. They make coffee tables out of their bones in Africa for good luck, and have for 1,000 years. I know I just made that up, but they don't know that. But honest to God, albinos to this day are hunted and persecuted. So I say we give that A to the albinos. What do you say? What say ye? Let me get a look here. Albino. Albino. Albino! Albino! Not this. What is this here? I'm looking. Oh! So, I'm going to make a confession, so guys stay with me. And I think you'll probably think less of me when I get done. But that's okay. That's all right. I recently paid $350 for a hand job. It was my cousin, and he needed the money. I could have just given him the money, but he's a registered Republican. I didn't want to deprive him the dignity of work. And you know what I mean? I had to stand on business. That's right, stand on business. I was actually standing on some paper towels in the bathroom at Fuddruckers, Rancho Cucamonga. You know, that post-nut Fuddbuster burger? Whoa! It's just good stuff. Well, you guys, I'm going to tell you, you've been adequate. You've been adequate. So I'm going to ask you to kind of kick it up a little bit for your host. Are you ready? I'm going to, a little mutual orgasms all around the room. 1, 2, 3, give it up! I like that. Give it up for Sam Linderman. Give it up!
Keep it going for Patty, everybody! That's so great. Keep the orgasm going for Patty. No, I'm kidding. I'm your host right now, Sam. I'm not Sunda. But on the phone, you know, we could be the same person. We've had to do that. You have to. Sometimes you have to. No, I'm kidding. One time I was just talking to somebody and they were like, "Are you doing a bit right now?" And I was like, "No, I thought I was telling you how my day went." But I'm Sam. Let's give it up for Jason one more time. We did have an amazing show on Saturday night. It was really fun. We had this app called Thumbs Up. Yes, no B with a Z. And it's basically a way for like us to bring marketing back to the people, kind of like small businesses. You can kind of like do it as like works for you, and you can get paid to post on Instagram, like positive, obviously reviews. Everyone's like, they have to be positive. I was like, yeah, I get it. You're a comedian, but you understand what I'm saying to you, right? You get it, right? You get the concept. But it was really fun. We got to do a show inside and outside. It was cool. So it was
I made $40.
I mean, real testimony live from the audience. That was not staged. Yes, and that was real life. I love comedy. People ask me, why do you do that? And I'm like, I can't help it. I can't help it. It's in me. I can't get it out. I wish I could stop. No, I'm kidding. I used to do improv when I was a kid because I wasn't really good at math and I wasn't really into sports. And I was like addicted to my teacher wanting to be, I like, not like that, but I wanted my teacher to, I wanted to be the best student. I wanted to be the best student because I was in the 5th grade class, that was a harder one, and the other class got stickers and arts and crafts and candy, but I got knowledge, you know what I mean? Like, we got a packet of homework every night, they got a packet every week. And I was like, Dad, what's the answer number 4? That was the worst when you had to get your dad to help you with math homework. I will never forget those nights. He's like, I can do it! Because, you know, I've done this, you don't think I know how to do this? 4 apples! I'm like, why are you, you know, it's like, we're talking about apples, and now it's like, I can't breathe. It's a freaking movie Inside Out, outside though, you know, I can keep it in. It was crazy. And like, yeah, but because every year it was like you would have a student who would talk about to the class from the year before, you all remember Sophie from last year? She wants to be a vet. No, I'm like, you know, because when you're a kid, a vet is like the best thing you can be. It's true, the utmost respect that children have for a person is for a vet. Am I wrong? Not even doctors. I mean, because my pediatrician just kept asking me, how's school going? And I understand it was probably like 80% of my life at that point, you know, from age, like, you're born to like, I mean, they want you in school forever. But she'd be like, how's homework? Finally, I hit 15, I go, are you two in coerced? Not coerced, I was pointing at her and my mom. I was like, do you two know each other? I was like, is this a prank? Because you sound the same. I turned into a misogynist. I was like, do you have anything better to do than ask me about what I do with my time? What do you do, doctor? And it's like, it's in her title what she does, and it's like a really hard job, and I was like just 15, and I just like didn't want to do homework. I didn't want to do it. I was like, the fact that they were so bold in the concept that they would name it what it is, it's work at home. You know, they couldn't even call it enrichment. They tried. I mean, later, like, that happened to me. They were like, when I would finish a worksheet, they'd be like, here's some enrichment. And I'm like, this looks just like actually homework. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Enrichment looks just like homework. Is that called a synonym? Yeah. I wasn't like funny in a way that was actually normalized until I would say like 15 years old. Before that, it was, I mean, that's why I think I'm so comfortable bombing on stage. There's nothing like bombing in English class, you know, because it's not an open mic. You're not supposed to be funny. You're supposed to answer the question. So it's like, you raise your hand, everybody's waited their turn, you're sitting on this joke, you're waiting for like 15 minutes, right? You can't back out now. I'm like, oh no, never mind. It's like, it's okay, Sam, ask the question. It's okay, I'm sorry. I wanted to get to you sooner. It's just, you know, you had your hand raised 5 times in a 50-minute period. I was the kid when you raised your hand, they would go, anybody else? Does anybody have a question? I'm in the front row, I'm 5'9". I skipped 1st grade, and all the kids were like, is it because you were tall? And I was like, yes. But really, since I went to Orthodox Jewish preschool, and like the grades were kind of different, you know what I mean? Like, they were like kindergarten, pre-1A, and I was like, I gotta get out of here. You guys are trying to mess me up. What is pre-1A? And how do I get to post-1B? And how do I get out of here? And why is there no jungle gym? Like, there was, but it was like, it was gray. I don't know. I didn't understand it. There was a dress code. That was crazy. I remember they asked the class, they were like, raise your hand if you think that God is a boy. Me and all the boys raise our hands. And I'm like, oh shoot, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I know I'm wearing a skirt, but, and you know, in all the text it said like capital H, he, you know, like it was not like there was no he, she, they, like it was just he. Like that was the only pronoun I saw with the prophets, you know, like I only saw he. All the girls were like, no, God's a woman. So, I mean, Ariana Grande said it louder, but we were saying it earlier. But, you guys got that, or are you trying to sound like you know? No, you know. You guys know Ariana Grande. She's been around. But when they asked us, do you think God is a boy or a girl? I go, oh, you don't know? You don't know? And I have to wear a skirt because of him or her? What are you talking about? You don't know. You don't know? My bat mitzvah was amazing. I can't remember a thing. You know, it was like, I remember the training. I remember, you know, the speech. It was like, I don't think I made one single joke at all. It was very serious. It was very biblical. It was like, we are gathered here today. I remember my cousin, she's like, oh my God, my mom told me, please stop talking about your family on the live stream because what if they're watching it? And I was like, if I'm talking shit about somebody and they're not talking to me and they're watching me on YouTube, I've won in life. You know what I mean? In life, if somebody's like tuning in to watch me but you can't answer my text, that's crazy. I could witch. I could witch. I'm a witch. Samantha from Bewitched. That's me. One time, my first concert was Barry Manilow. Can you believe that? I would not recognize him if I saw him on the street. I don't know if that's why he got the surgery, so he could live a normal life. An unrecognizable life. I mean, he could open his mouth and start singing. I'd be like, that's Barry Manilow, but I would never look at him and I would have no idea who he was. I'd say, excuse me, sir, please get out of the way. I think it was a purse. He's so it was like rubber face. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, is that a mannequin? Barry Mannequin Low. Barry Mayonnaise. I love Barry Manilow. Okay, what can I end on? No, I mean, I feel like I have one thing. I always come up here, I'm like, I have one bit I want to practice, and I do everything except that. What's that about? Comedy. It was actually about comedy. It was going to be so meta and so transformative that I was going to go to bed the next 7 nights and be like, thank God I went to that open mic. I wasn't going to go, but because one time I said something up here and then somebody said, just, you know, I brought that up in therapy and it helped me a lot. And I was like, oh my God, is that good? I don't know if that's good for your comedy to be like helping people in therapy. Okay, I'll end on this and then I'll bring up the next comedian. Do you guys ever prank call your old therapist just hear their voice? No? You guys should do it. It's a really fun hobby. Okay. I am so excited to bring up this next comedian who has been a victim of my prank calls, but always is a great sport and an even better comedian. Please give it up for Anya, everybody!
Going crazy, my bad. Thank you. I don't got OCD, but I'd be like cleaning shit sometimes. No bad. What's good, my good people? How goes it? Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. I know y'all are probably wondering a lot of things right now. I got the badge on. You're safe. Went and did the Bad Boys experience. Got one of the highest scores. Figured out the code. Escape rooms. Very easy for smart people. It's very easy. Didn't do a lot of work. I was just shooting people with a laser gun. But I got there. We got there. We got out pretty quick. Got the badge. Official Ossifer. I just wanted to tell you guys. I don't know. That's why I didn't want to take it off, because I wanted other people to know. Because I feel like if you weren't there, you wouldn't know that I did it. So I'm wearing it around for a little bit. Just ride this high. I'm unemployed. We don't get a lot of these feelings throughout the day. It's like these job denial emails really bring the vibe down, but you can't keep me down for long. You can't keep me down for long. In the Bad Boys experience. It's fucking stupid. Man, what I want to talk about, I don't even know, bruh. Like, I know we gotta work on that set. So we should just work. Just work. I like to consider myself a good driver. Some of my friends may even call me a great driver. To give you an example, they say I drive like a single father with his kid in the back seat, like about a 40-year-old one. You know, they say I got the age on it. You know, I'm very safe, very slow stops. You know, I got it down. But it always shocks people when I tell them I actually took my driver's test 3 times. Yeah, I had to take it multiple times. I know, the shock in the room, the gasps, I get it. Guys looking at me crazy, like, you think I'm a bad driver? No, it's not my fault. I feel like it's very easy to push blame to other people or it's very easy to accept things when you can push the blame to other people or other things. And I feel like that's why zodiac signs are really popular. It's like, 'cause you can just like, oh, you lied last night. Okay, yeah, but you know I was born in December. Like, it's a candy corn trait. It's not me, it's my date of birth. Like, it's my chart, all right? It's not my choice. But I don't know, I was really excited to drive. I got my driver's license pretty early. You know, I tried to get it pretty early, I guess. You know, right when I hit 15 and a half, I did my little written test, easy work, passed immediately. Driving test, so I did my hours with the little, instructor, and it was time to go take the test. I was excited. Went to Inglewood, DMV. People who know Inglewood, DMV just fainted, which you guys don't know, so we're gonna walk you through it. It's a very, very stressful place. No one's happy. I don't know. I think it's normal at all DMVs, but no one's happy. But I was perky, excited, smile on my face, ready to get my license. I pulled up, and And the lady that got in my car, not only did she shift the vehicle with her weight, she also shifted the vibe. She was a very mean lady, and I could immediately tell. Even her vibe, there was a stench of hot dog water. It just wasn't pleasant. Just killed the vibe. It's supposed to smell like black ice. It doesn't smell like black ice right now. And she was just very mean, very direct. Like, she just immediately got right into the test. You know, she's just like, put your indicator left, right. Okay, now let's pull off. Like, she just did everything. And it was like, no, I said good morning. Like, she just ignored all that, you know. And we go about the test, and we're, you know, I'm doing my best to just, you know, ignore her vibe and just drive like a great driver that I know I am. And she's like, turn left. So my ass gets all the way into the left lane, and my signal's been on the whole time. I get into the left lane. She said, I said turn right. I said, excuse me, ma'am. You actually said turn left. That's how I know, because you said left. I turned the indicator on. Now we're in the left lane to turn left. She said, now you should know the course. Ooh, her excuse done changed. Because before she said the right way, but now I should know the course. It's my first time. I don't know the course. But whatever, I don't argue. I already see her vibe. I go ahead and get my ass over to the right. We make the turn. We do everything else in the test. We get back to the DMV. I'm like, whatever, whatever. It was a bumpy road, but I'm pretty sure I got my license right. She says the amount of minor errors you're allowed to have is 10. You had 12. Therefore, you are actually not passing your driver's test today. And I said, whoa, minor errors, what are minor errors? She said, every time you switched lanes, you didn't look over your shoulder. That means them 4 extra lanes to the left and them 4 extra lanes to the right is the reason I didn't get my license on the first try. She is the reason I didn't get my license. So you know what? I had to take that one on the chest. I said, no way, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Take it to the job, I'm out of here. I leave. The whole time I'm practicing my dad, I'm doing the extras. I'm like a fucking owl. My whole body is turning. Every time I'm switching lanes, I'm ready for the test. Day of the DMV test comes, I get to the DMV. As I'm waiting in the line, I get it, it's my turn. The same fucking lady walks out from the room. She walks out. She sees me, we make eye contact. Immediately she says, oh no, I'm not doing a repeat. Turns around and goes back in. Fuck it, I did it. You think I failed her the way she walked back? But then she comes out with a lady that looks like it could be a distant relative, maybe even a sister or cousin. Literally. They look so similar, both wearing floral dresses, both heavy set. She gets in the car, she also smells like hot dog water. I know I was in for some bullshit, but I locked in. I said, no, I'm gonna pass this test. So as we going, turn left. I said, excuse me, ma'am? Turn left? She said, turn right. I'm double checking everything. I'm double checking. We get all through the test. We're at a point where all I gotta do is reverse on the curb and show that I can do it without hitting the curb. You hit the curb, it's a fail. I'm reversing smooth. It's an empty street. It's trash day. There's trash bins around. Nobody's on the block. Easy work. Reverse perfect. So all right, you're going to go ahead and go straight at the stop sign. I want you to make a left. So I pull off, right? I'm like, it's an empty street. I peek in the mirror, empty street, just like I remember it being an empty street. So I don't even really think about it. I just take off. Oh no, hell no. Back to the DMV. She sends me back to, she says, major error, you didn't look over your shoulder. Now I gotta tell my African Nigerian dad that I failed the test for the same reason I failed the first test. That's almost worse than failing both tests combined, because him in the car, the whole drive. So you don't know how to turn your head in? Do other people with their license have 2 heads? You don't know how to do it. I'm like, bro, I've driven multiple times. It's just annoying. Whatever. At this point, I don't even want my license no more. After 2 fails, I literally decided, I said, maybe God has a different plan for me. Maybe who I'm supposed to meet in this life is an Uber driver. Maybe that is what my journey holds for me. I'm fine with that. I've accepted it. My mom begs me to go take the test, so I go take the test. I'm in the DMV line again. You know, I see other people smiling and excited. I don't even have that same vibe. I look like I work there too. I'm clocking the fuck in. I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy in that bitch. We all unhappy. I get there. I'm in the line. I'm waiting. But then a dude comes out. He's like a polo shirt on, like a fitted cap, kind of like yours, fitted cap. Has his little badge on a chain just like this. Comes in the car. He's like, good morning. I say, good morning, sir. He said, oh, good morning. How's it going? I said, oh, well, great, fine. I'm pretty good. You know, just trying to take my test. He said, oh, it looks like this is your 3rd attempt. You've attempted this test 3 times. And I look over and I'm like, hey, sir, like, yeah, and we're in the car. I said, yeah, I had those 2 heavy set women over there, those 2. And the way this man, as professional as he was, this is what he said, I swear to God. Nigga, you had both of them? He broke character. He said, nigga, you had both of them? He broke character. said, yeah, both. That was the first announcement. He said, their fail rate is the highest in Inglewood DMV history. They breaking records on the daily failing people. I said, yeah, man. They both got me for the over the head. He said, over the head. You said it the same time, over the head, shoulder shit. Yeah. He said, wow, you got both. I've never seen that before. I said, yeah, my luck. Because everybody thinks I'm a shitty driver the whole time. I was set up to fail. So we pull off. I'm telling him more about the experience. I get to my first slow stop, and he's like, ooh, oh, you know what you're doing. I say, yeah, this man lays his seat back, turn the radio up. We just vibing. We enjoying ourselves. We bonding through trauma, the black experience. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I do have my license. I'm a safe driver, guys. Eventually, he ended up passing me after that. You know, great guy. Gerald still follow my Instagram. Cool bros, cool bros. Shout out to him, man. You know, he got a good driver on the streets, man. That's all I say. Thank y'all so much for the time on your West on YE WNC. We still working that shit. We don't get it done though. Let's talk about Sam about something to say. To close out the show, I think we have one more person after me. Yeah. All right. So Sam, come out to stage. Come up, Sam.
Yeah. Keeping over on everybody. He's fantastic. You're all fantastic. There is one more person on the list. Do you just want to come up and say hi at all? Are you so tempted? Are you like dying? Are you dying to come up here? I don't know. I can't tell. Okay. Okay. More than welcome. You're here till September? We'll change your mind by then. And it'll come to like 3 of these, and then you'll be like, so I was, it'll be great. You'll be great. But are you ready for your headliner tonight, everybody? I love this guy. Please keep it going for Paul Haslett.
Keep it going for Sam, everybody. All right. I'm on too many dating apps, I realize. I'm on more dating apps than dates I've had this year. That's how many dating apps I'm on. It's a problem. It's gotten to the point I'm so desperate. I'm starting to flirt with the AI chatbots on different websites. But it's tough because I don't have the best. I think guys, we have to work on our opening lines on dating apps. I think we need to do a little better because I'm on the Honda website trying to flirt with the AI chatbot. I'm trying to flirt with Jessica AI, and I'm like, you want to do 2 truths and a lie? How was your weekend? She blocked me, of course. I was like, you bitch, and now I don't have any car insurance, so I'm not super happy with that. I don't know. It's tough to know what to say sometimes, and like I wrote way too much on here and didn't make any sense on what I wrote on this here. Yeah, this is true. I recently went on a date with a 47-year-old woman. I'm 28 years old. Thank you. I did it for the ARP card, but that was the main reason. Which is a weird experience. I'm still figuring out why I did that. I see this, sometimes. I'm embarrassed about everything I've written. This is every single thing I've written. I'm like, I can't believe I wrote that and wanted to say that. I see this a lot on dating apps. Or I'll be on a dating app and like, I'll have no matches, and so I go back to old matches who I haven't talked to in a long time, and I try to like figure out if I'm going to start a conversation or something and like rekindle it. And it's kind of like when you're hungry and you don't have any food in the fridge, but you keep going back to get food. So then I'll just like go over and I'll be like, that's too old. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood for Italian. And I finally go back, like, I'm just going to order Chinese. I'm not even reading this. I'm just scrolling up and down. I want to be real with you guys. I'm not reading a single word on here because it's gonna take me too long. It's gonna take me too long to read it. I'm gonna lose you guys. I think it's
I see this a lot of guys say that like they can't tell when a woman's flirting with them, which I think is crazy. A lot of guys online, like chronically online guys that can't tell, which I think is crazy. You know, I think it's really ridiculous. Like, excuse me, miss, what's your name?
Liv.
Liv? Okay, and where are you from?
From Berkeley.
From Berkeley. Okay, great. Now, she was clearly flirting with me. Very obvious. It's okay, your dad also flirted with me, so it's okay. I see a lot of dating apps have like, on Tinder, they're making you pay for everything now on dating apps. Like every little thing they can monetize. You can now pay for read receipts. Men are paying to find out they got ghosted. They're paying $2.99 to see read 2 weeks ago. That's crazy. I want to make my own dating app just so I can monetize stupid shit. That's what I want to do. I want to have it so you have to pay for every third word that they write. I want to make it so it uninstalls every 30 minutes, unless you pay for premium subscription. This is true on Bumble, the Bumble dating app. You can pay $200 and have unlimited access to the app forever. $200. You have to really not believe in yourself if you think you need a lifetime to find love. I at least believe in myself in month-long increments. I at least think every month, this is it. This is the month I find love. But this person, $200. I bought it twice. It's still working. Yeah. Oh God, what kind of terrible thing. I swear. I did find this one dating app I was having a lot of success with. It's called LASC Courts. 100% successful. That's stupid. Oh God. I'm so sorry. Wait, let me go to the recent notes. It might be something worth talking about. I'm sorry. Getting back into the swing of things. Oh yeah, so I've been getting into digital minimalism lately. Any of you guys into this? So I've been watching porn on my Kindle. It's my new way of doing it. So I saw this on Reddit recently. This guy picked up 3 like undocumented workers at Home Depot and took them to Disneyland. Like for the day. It was like so sweet. Like they got like this, you know, they're expecting to like work a 8-hour grueling day and they get to go to Disneyland. They have this big fun surprise. So I decided I wanted to do something similar. So I went to Home Depot and I found these guys and I put them in the back of my car and we drove for a few hours. I wanted them to have a big surprise. You know, when we got to the border, they were so God, the look on their faces. What a day. What a day. Oh yeah, so sometimes like if I go to an event, I might get like a little nervous. So if I ever feel like I need to practice my small talk, I just go over to Trader Joe's and buy one thing. Because I know I'm gonna get quality small talk if I go to Trader Joe's. If I go to Trader Joe's, I might not, you know. Oh, have you tried this? Have you tried this? No, I haven't tried. Oh, they go. Oh man. It's like high quality, like it's high quality, mediocre conversations. That makes sense. Oh yeah, do we use Reddit? Like anybody else go on the app Reddit and read stuff? Sometimes. Okay, so there's a subreddit called Ask Me Anything. Which I really like, because usually you have like famous people come on, like I'm this actor or actress, like ask me anything, or I'm someone in like a really specialized field, ask me anything. But now they're just letting anybody do it. Like I just see people like, I got broken up with 2 weeks ago, ask me anything. Can you kill yourself? Do you know how to kill yourself? Is that too extreme? Okay. I slept in late today. Ask me anything. I got circumcised. I saw everyone. I got circumcised at 30. Ask me anything. I don't have that many questions. I don't. There's maybe one. Why'd you wait? That's all. That was the only question. We don't need a whole Reddit post. I like making fun of a buddy of mine. We had this whole conversation about like eating healthy, and he was talking about all these different diet foods and drinks he has, and I swear to God, an hour later we're at a party, I see him vaping. I see the fucker vaping. I'm like, oh, is that diet kiwi lime? Like what? He wasn't happy about that. No, okay, I'm back. No, it's fucked. It's a fucked up. Okay, this is just a joke. I see a lot of people saying that, you know, they talk about like whether men and women are funnier, you know, and I don't think it matters either way. I think whoever has a penis is the funnier one. Okay, no. It's stupid. It's stupid. I know. And I should not be ending on that, but I will. Thank you guys very much. Let's bring up Sam, everybody.
We're going for calling everybody. I left my dick at home. No, I'm kidding. Did you say dick or penis?
I said.
Okay, just want to see what we were working with, because I feel like penis is probably more proper. Why did I scream that? Why did I scream? Guess I love Macho! Like, sometimes I take things to another... Whatever. I'm Sam. I've been your host tonight. I really love you guys. I love this place. And please also, can we get a round of applause for Sue DeCrunquist? Yeah. And Jason Ham! And you guys! And the band! And we're out. Good night.